Hi, and welcome to the Lead Capture Page Boss Marketing System. We appreciate your decision to use our system for your marketing needs. This is the primary video in which we're going to show you how to set up your entire system. You've already set up your account and you've been brought to the login page where you can go ahead and log in. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And when you log in, what you'll see here is this big red button. It says click here to watch this system setup video. Once we go through this is actually going to disappear. And if you ever need to return to the setup video, you'll see a link for it right down here called setup video. But let's get started. And you'll also see here that this is telling me the package that I have in the system. For some of you, this may say basic level, it may say professional level, executive level, or it may even say Global 1.5, Global 1.10, or another specific company. So in order to get your system started, the first thing you want to do is go into the My Personal Info. It's very important to set up this information because this is what's going to show up in your autoresponders as well as your capture pages regarding your name and phone number and email address. So you'll fill this out just like you would any normal form. Here in the additional fields is where you really begin to plug in variables that dictate the site. For example, here on Global 1 username, if you're a Global 1 affiliate, you'll be plugging in strictly your Global 1 username. Now all of our capture pages correspond with this numbering system. So for example, let's go back for one moment and we're going to see how this works so that it makes a little more sense. When we go into the affiliates, the capture pages, you'll see here the 0001 generic opportunity page, or the 0004 weight loss opportunity, penny auction, electricity deregulation, so on and so forth. Soon there'll be coffee and skincare and many more. So this number is corresponding with the field in your personal profile. So if you're going to be using this page to promote your business, then you're going to want to put in the URL of the business that you are promoting. So let's go back to the personal profile. And of course you want to look at those capture pages first. But say for example on that generic opportunity website, I want to promote Google. And on Opportunity 2 website, you want to promote another business. And that's one of the great things about this particular system is you can promote really an unlimited number of companies because you can even duplicate these particular pages so that you have more than one. So if you were promoting, say, a penny auction, a skincare product, and something else, you could actually even use the same capture page for all of them. And we'll see that in some of the more advanced tutorial videos that are also available for you to learn from. But so what you'll do is you'll put in your different website addresses for your particular company. Say for example if you were promoting Amway, and I'm not actually sure the way that theirs is set up, but it would be typical Amway /username, or however the URL is for your company, and your company provides that for you. Here's one example where you see this YouTube video, and this is going to be even more advanced in the future, where we're going to allow you to manipulate some of the other variables on your capture page. But it's more advanced, and we certainly don't want anybody engaging in that if they don't know what they're doing, because it can create issues on your pages and then it has to be fixed. So I want you to realize that in the future when you see that in there, use it at your own risk. And then we see this double opt-in. What the double opt-in is, when somebody goes through your capture page, if you don't require a double opt-in lead, then they'll be able to go straight through to your opportunity page without clicking a link on a confirmation email. Now double opt-in is very important and very valuable. There are some email services that will not allow you to email people that are not double opt-in leads, and so it is valuable to have that. It's also a way to screen the true interest of some of your tour takers. Now, at the end of each capture page, we actually redirect to an intermediate page where we have a video that explains to them to go to their email, check for that email, perhaps even their spam folder, and click on the link, and then of course to whitelist the address. We have taken steps to make sure that they do receive that email and they are serious about taking it. So the double opt-in is a very valuable asset, but in some cases you may not need it. The primary group, I would leave this on all affiliates because it's going to give you the core package of our capture pages. Now if you're coming in on a special package under a particular team with a company, you may want to change this to that company. But for all intents and purposes, it is best to leave it as all affiliates. The new lead notification, when you set it up, you used your PayPal email address here. If that's not an email that is very active, you don't check it often, you can also add additional emails here. And I'll also receive notifications of new leads and tour takers and things of that nature right there. Now the third-party autoresponder, that's something that we're going to do in a separate video. Most people are not going to use that. It actually bypasses our entire system. But if you use Aweber and you want to integrate it, look for the more advanced video and you'll be able to get it there. If you want to change your password, this is where you do it here in your personal profile. Once you've completed this form, all of these fields or whatever is pertinent to you, then you want to go ahead and click Save Changes. You do need to click Save Changes because that applies it to the database to make sure that it is saved. So if we go back to My Personal Info, you see that all of the information is now saved. Once you have that set up in your system, you want to go back to My Account. We're going to go over some of these that are not required in the setup process, but we'll cover them just to see what they are. The View Stats, you're going to be able to see the number of leads that come into your system or even clicks on your sites. Now this is an account that was set up strictly for demonstration purposes, so we don't have any here. But normally you would see the number of leads that came in. Now unique tracks IP address. So you may actually see 2,000 here, but only 1,500 here. And that's because 500 of these people visited more than once. And it tracked them, but because they have the same IP address, it doesn't qualify as an additional unique. Now, so you can also view daily, monthly. You can look at campaign stats, and we'll see how to set up campaigns in an advanced video. You can actually see by pages which capture pages are performing the best for you. And then you can see the emails that have been sent out of your system. We'll go back to My Account, and this is where you'll see your leads. When leads come in, then you'll see them registered here. You'll be able to sort your leads by various values here. You can also look by categories depending on which system they're part of. This here will help you sort through the groups as well, and you can transfer leads to a specific group. So if you had a number of leads in generic opportunity 1 and you wanted to also put those leads into generic coffee, you'd be able to choose the leads, choose this particular thing here, and click transfer. You'll be able to delete leads and flag leads. This is a very valuable tool here. If a lead opens an email, they get a yellow star. And if a lead clicks on a link in an email, they get a blue star. Now this function is not 100% accurate, and it's affecting all of the autoresponder companies that are out there. And this is because of the different security settings, privacy settings that are taking place throughout the internet. So while this is very valuable, it's not 100% accurate. If it does show up a star, then that is true. But there may be people opening emails and clicking and they don't have a star because of particular settings within their browser and tracking cookies and things of that nature. So now we'll go back to My Account. and we look at the add a lead option. Now those on a basic account don't have access to this, but this allows you to actually manually add leads to the system. So you would add the first name, the last name, the email, the phone number, and then which lead group do you want them to go into. Now if you look at the autoresponders, and we will on this video, there is always an instant message that they receive as soon as they fill it out. If you don't want to send that to the lead, then go ahead and click this. In most cases, I would actually want to have that sent. And then you click add lead and it simply goes right in. Now I do want to make you aware that it is best that you're using good quality leads, either double opt-in leads or leads that you know the source. If you just put a bunch of junky leads in the system and someone starts clicking on the spam link in your emails that go out frequently, we'll be sending you an email asking you what's taking place and why there are so many spam complaints against you. Okay, we'll go back to my account. Now, we'll look at the different capture pages that you have. Here you see a variety of capture pages that are available to you. In this one here, you'll be able to actually create your own capture page, and we'll have an advanced video for that. But then there are different capture pages like you saw, the generic opportunities, and so on and so forth. This is the referral page for the lead capture page boss. If you'd like to be referring people to the company for the 50% affiliate program, then you'll be using this as well. And you can actually edit the pages. This is a more advanced video that we'll get into later. We actually have live chat that you can turn on, the inviter that you can turn on, and numerous other settings. If you knew you were going to do some search engine optimization, you could change the keyword and the descriptions on the page. You can manually change the redirect, and that is where the prospect will be taken to once they fill out your form. In most cases, I would suggest leaving it alone, but if you know what you're doing and you have a particular marketing plan, you can go ahead and do that. You have the ability to turn on an exit pop-up, which once they go to close the page, this will pop up and it's kind of like an upsell or wait, don't leave yet. So you can do that as well. You can password protect pages, but in most cases, again, unless you know what you're doing, these are best to leave alone. These are advanced features. And we'll just go ahead and click view page just for fun. This is the page. You can see this is the inviter that came up. This allows somebody to go ahead and share this particular page on Facebook, which is great. Then you get the viral action of people sharing your stuff for you. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so these are all the different pages, and I'll explain what this primary page is here in just a little bit. These are some simple directions, but this Google or goo.gl, this is a URL shortener. Some of the times you're going to get links that are rather long and complex, especially if you're adding tracking campaigns to your links, and it's best to go ahead and use a URL shortener. What is even better, and is what I do personally, is I will buy a domain name for each different company that I may work with. Now, we at Lead Capture Page Boss actually maintain the policy that we don't get involved in companies. But when I was marketing in network marketing and other areas like direct sales, I would purchase a domain name, for example, billwin.com, and I would forward that to the URL of the capture page. We'll have that in a more advanced video, but that is really a better idea. It's more professional, it's more trustworthy, and it's something that you should consider. If you don't want to purchase domain names, they are only, $10 a year, less than $1 a month. But if that's something that you just can't afford or don't want to do it, use this service right here, and it makes it easier for people and things of that nature. So those are your capture pages. Now, the autoresponders There's an autoresponder series for each capture page. And again, they correspond with the numbers here on the left-hand side. So the generic opportunity messages for one, you can drop this menu down and you'll see them all. If you drop this menu down and you don't see them all, then you can simply go down here below to the corresponding series and click Load All, and this will populate this entire list. Now, there's a danger here. If you decide to customize any of these autoresponder messages, and you can do that, you can go ahead in your autoresponder if you don't like the subject line that we've chosen, or if you want to send them out on a different daily schedule, you can simply click here on the edit button and you'll be able to change the subject line. You can change any of the email body that you want. You can change which day it goes out on, and then just make sure you click update message. If you want to add more of your particular link, this variable 3, that corresponds to the 0001 capture page, and that link is going to be populated when the emails go out. So you want to keep that in mind as well, and you want to be aware if you see that in there, there's a real good reason for it. Likewise, when you see this name here, you'll see corresponding down here that this is the lead's first name. This way it personalizes the emails. If you wanted to put your phone number here in here somewhere, like call me at my phone number, then you would use this variable right here, tilde a phone tilde. Okay, and you can see these other variable options here. So that's what happens here. Again, if you do customize any of the messages, you will not want to use these options down here because it will completely overwrite any of the customizations you've done. A good point is that if you do customize any of your messages, it would be good to copy and paste that onto a Word document on your computer so you have a backup. Now, not only can you customize the messages, but you can add more. Our messages are set up to email out and drip on the tour taker for just about 5 months, and then we actually repeat the series a second time, extending it out to about 3/4 of a year. If you want to extend and drip for an entire year, simply add your autoresponder message by clicking on this link. Create your subject line, create your message. You have all of the WYSIWYG options to add photos or do anything you want, and then you choose which day after they have signed up that you want this email to go out on. So you're creating a schedule, and then you want to make sure you choose the right lead group or autoresponder series that this email that you've created is for. So that's a little bit about the autoresponder messages. Again, you don't need to do anything to the system. The ad copy is professionally written and proven to work, but if you do want to tweak things, you have that ability to. Now, this is something you'll definitely want to do here on your startup, and that is creating your signature. The signature is going to go at the bottom of each of your emails. So you want to make sure that you put in your name, your phone number if you like, and your email address. If you want to put in a company name, fax number, Skype ID, whatever you would like to have in your signature, that's fine. Go ahead and save our signature. Remember that you always need to click save if you make any edits to anything, because that again applies it to the database. Now, sending broadcasts, this is also an option not available to the basic package. What the broadcast allows you to do is to send an email outside of your autoresponder messages that are going out. So for example, if I'm marketing for a particular company and they come out with a new product that is exciting, new, I've heard of a company coming that's going to have some genetic weight loss product, then what I would do is go ahead and create this as an announcement separate from the autoresponders. So you would create your subject line, You would create your message. Again, you can use these variables, and then you would choose the recipient of that if it's leads or your downline. So for example, if you had referred a number of people into the system, you're also able to email those people. If you had a new business that you wanted to share directly with the people that you referred, this will not go beyond the people that you referred. That is private information, is protected for the other people. But if you want to share it with your referrals, we have that set up for you. If you want to send something to a specific lead group, say again within weight loss, then you would choose leads, you would choose generic weight loss, and if you wanted to send it to more than one, then you just go ahead and choose those. You'll choose the time and date that this is supposed to go out if you want to schedule it, and you click send mail, and that will go out. That's a very powerful tool, obviously. That way you're not trying to export all your leads and email them out of your own email account, and this way the deliverability will be good as well. Okay, uploading a photo. A number of the capture pages or the intermediate page has your contact information on it, and some of them, if there was space available, it allows for a photo of yourself or whatever you may want to display. So in this case, you would go ahead and click upload photo. Now this is a very important point, and that is that you want to make sure that you put in a photo that is 170 pixels by 170 pixels. If you don't know exactly what that means, then chances are it's best to have us do it for you. We have that option in a little shopping area that we have. We do need to charge just a couple dollars to take care of that for you. It'll be per photo, and that way it's done and it's gonna work. So you'll use that. Of course, it's just a simple browsing. You'll browse your website for a particular page. Once it's chosen, then you'll upload it. Okay, it gives a little bit of a personal touch to the system. You know, the internet has become such an impersonal place, and a lot of people are very cautious because of the scams and all of that that's taking place. So to have your photo and your phone number, it shows that you're trustworthy, which is very, very important. The calendar is another option that the basic package does not have. But in the calendar, you'll see that you're actually able to add appointments, whatever it may be, the title of the appointment, the description, and then set up the time, and you'll be able to click add appointments. And another great thing about the calendar is in our text notification tool, anything that you have on your calendar will also go to your text. So you won't miss any appointments. And the text notification, of course, also informs you of new leads that have come into your system. The text messaging is another one that's not available to the basic system. Very simple to set up. Simply put in your cell phone number, turn on if you want to be notified of new leads, and then it turn on if you want to have calendar notifications sent to you. Click Save Changes, and you're all done. Okay, setting up your blog is something that we're going to cover in a more advanced video. The HTML form code is also rather advanced, but let's take a look at it. Use this if you need to put a capture form on a particular page, like an eBay auction, a blog, or something else that you have. Here you choose the information that you want to capture. You use a campaign name. So if we were doing ours on eBay, I'd want to put, say, eBay. Choose the lead group, and that is once they fill out that form, which lead group they go into. And then your redirect URL means the page that they're going to be redirected to once they fill out the form. So if you have an eBay store or an eBay account, you may want to direct them to your eBay store. Okay, and then you update the form, and then you'll see exactly how it looks down here, and you'll be able to copy this code, and that is going to work for that particular application. Again, we'll have also a more advanced video on this. Next, the Affiliate Center. This in blue is your affiliate link. Now this affiliate link brings people directly to the home page of the company site. It'll say lead capture page, boss.com, etc. In many cases, we recommend using the capture page because the video is designed to sell the system. But this is here if you need to. In the resource section, you have banners and there's tips about how to promote the affiliate program in the resource section, and we'll get there later. Under My Referrals, that will show when you are referring people, you'll see them begin to stack up in here. Your earnings will show you the amount of money that you've earned by month. So if you have referred 10 affiliates that are at a professional level, you'd earn $100 a month. And then the payouts, of course, will show the various payout history. Affiliate programs is an option. You can add an affiliate program to the system, and your referrals will be able to see that. So if you jump into a program that is exciting and new, you can add it here, and you'll be able to go ahead and your referrals will be able to see that and get involved if they would like to. The affiliate showcase is very similar. You can add a showcase program, put it in there. It's rather step-by-step. Title, choosing if you want to link to an external site or HTML, a description of the program, and then go ahead and add in your details here and add the program. We'll have a more advanced video on this as well. It's not essential to get set up and going. Live chat, which is not available for the basic package. Live chat allows you to actually have it set up on your capture pages. So if you turn this on, you'll then have the option to turn on the live chat by editing a page, and you'll see that that will actually come on the right hand side of the capture page. So if that is turned on and you're in front of your computer, someone can go ahead and click on that, and as long as you have this open, you'll be able to chat with that person live. If you have a basic account and you'd like to upgrade to professional or executive, you simply click on the upgrade account button, and this gives you directions on how to upgrade. Use this to log out of the system. The calendar will show you if you have particular things that you need to do. Recent leads. In this recent leads box, you will see the most recent tour takers that have gone through your capture page. It'll display their name and time so that you can see if you had any today. Perhaps you don't get text notifications. Perhaps the emails aren't getting to you. This will show you that you have leads coming in and give you the heads up to contact them. Now, my website URL, when you change this particular capture page right here, and we're going to cover that, it'll populate this to give you a different link. This is valuable if you need to quickly put your hand on your link to copy and paste it into an email to send out. I mentioned before that you might want to mask some of your links, and we use a particular domain company called JoJo Domains, and we certainly recommend them. Excellent customer service, always available, just top notch. So with that, you could actually type in a domain name that you would like to purchase, choose your extension, and click search, and it'll go right to that page to do a search for it. I had mentioned the banners for the affiliate program. Right now there's none under this particular account, but there are some in the system right now, and they're available. Those will allow you to use banners on blogs, websites, if you do banner marketing. Setting up campaigns is a great way to track your advertising. You put in your custom campaign title. Say for example, I wanted to know what was happening when I put my affiliate link on my Facebook page. So I simply will put in FB to track, and I'll get my campaign URL. And you can see here, this is the current one that is set up, but it will actually change when you change that. That obviously is not even the affiliate link. But basically this will go ahead and add the campaign so that when someone does click on that, it'll put it into your statistics. The value of this is if you're advertising on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, some of the other video sites, or Web 2.0, perhaps you do article marketing or even some pay-per-click. This will show you where your traffic is coming from. That way you can go ahead and focus more effort in those areas. The resource section is a valuable section that has different documentation for the system, for the affiliate program. These are some great tools that I've used in my own personal marketing. These are 9 steps to direct selling success. They go through the fundamentals that every internet marketer should have to guide into success. There are newbies that come to the market and aren't really sure what they need to do. Well, this will guide them. So it's a perfect way to send people in to get training instead of you having to do it. Get them onto the system, get it all automated for you. We'll have tips on internet marketing as well as offline marketing, and we're adding more resources all the time. If you need to contact us, use this. We do put news into the system from time to time. If we have particular system updates, we like to do email blast to you, but we also post it here in the event you have the habit of looking into the news button. And then this setup video goes to this video that we're doing right now. Now let's look at your primary capture page. Say you want to use a different one than what's there. Perhaps you want to do electricity deregulation. You'll choose Make Primary Page. Now you see that that populates this area, and if you click on it, you'll see that this is the URL that you would use to send to people, or that you would redirect your domain to, or use with your Google shortener right there. Okay. Now because we changed that, it also changed some other variables in the system. Okay. That makes it very simple. However, you can advertise more than this one. And let me take a look at that. Capture pages. Again, if you are also looking to market with this page, you would simply click on the page, and you see here that the link is a little more complicated because it has to get the page and then add the user to the page. Nonetheless, you can still use this URL as well and cloak it, mask it, redirect to it so that you can use it with a simple link to understand. If you followed all of that, remember you can always hit the pause button as you go through the system. As you followed all through that, you should have your system up and running right away. Again, so thank you for your time, thank you for trying our system, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.